Hey there, Pastor Liz here. I wanted to start today by reading Mark chapter 8, verses 31 to 33, which is titled Jesus Predicts His Death. It says, "He then began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and that he must be killed, and after 3 days rise again." He spoke plainly about this, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. But when Jesus turned and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter. "Get behind me, Satan," he said. "You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." Now let's take a minute to focus on Peter. Now we don't know exactly what Peter said to Jesus when he began to rebuke him, but we do know that Jesus' response was, "Get behind me, Satan." Now when I read Jesus' response at first, I was taken aback a bit, as I'm sure you were as well. However, when you really think about it, Peter was not setting his mind on things above. He was speaking from a place that was attempting to pull Jesus away from what God was calling him to do. Peter was trying to dissuade Jesus from the very plan of redemption that would save both him and those who would believe in and confess Jesus Christ as Lord afterwards. Therefore, Peter was in the way of Jesus, who was moving forward and fulfilling his purposes as the Messiah. Now, Peter probably didn't realize that his own personal agenda clouded God's agenda. When he told Jesus that he must not die, he was seeing his own earthly hope for glory diminish. In what ways do we do this today? Do we set aside the holy or the things God is pulling us towards so we can revel in things that God never desired for us to get tied up in? I encourage you to ask yourself, how can I live a more holy, set-apart life for God? Because when we follow God's plan, His glory satisfies our desires. He loves you and He has a plan for you. He only asks that we trust in Him and walk in faith with Him by the leadership and guidance of the Holy Spirit. We are never alone, and with the Lord, all things are possible. God bless.